Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So today's tarot reading is for the sign of Aquarius, and this is for the month of October 2014. So Aquarius, as I've let every other zodiac sign know, this is a new part of my channel, and just to let you know that what I do before I start recording is I will shuffle the cards. I will then pick 8 cards from the pack intuitively, and then I'll make notes on each of those cards. So I'll make notes on what I think each of the symbols means, and I'll form, just to really form and build up some form of story around that. Now, your reading for the month of October was very interesting to me because it really did tell a story. It was actually really similar to another reading I'd done for another zodiac sign last week, and the running theme through the reading was about love and heartbreak, and about illusions, and about having the veil lifted, and about where you go from there. Now, just to let you know from the get-go how I think tarots work. I think that when we do monthly readings, we can indicate certain things that may occur within that month. But I think a lot of the time it takes time for all of those things that a tarot reader will speak about in a particular month to actually completely develop. Sometimes all the things that they say are potentially going to happen do happen. But I think that, you know, certain parts of the tarot will happen within the month, and then maybe it'll be a couple of weeks later or a week later or whatever before other things start to occur, or even a month or even 2 months later. So things can sort of carry over, and that is really down to universal law and also down to your own free will. So, you know, the reading is for the month of October, but a lot of these events may start off in October and culminate in October, or start off in October and culminate at some other time, or start off even before October, way before October, and the culmination will happen then. So that's just to really be honest with you and let you know, and that's really based also on other tarot readings that I've had done personally, and I've seen that certain things have happened in a certain time, and then other things have happened at another time. So I'm just going to commence this now. So as I said, I think that the reading was really very interesting to me because it speaks to me about love and heartbreak, and also just to make you aware, you can apply these readings to any area in your life that you feel it resonates with. So it doesn't even have to be about a love relationship. It can be about a friendship, it can be about family, it can be about work, it can be just any part of your life that you feel some of the things I'm about to tell you resonate with. Then please apply it to that, because tarots really do cover every area of your life anyway. So the first cards that I picked up were the Two of Cups and the 10 of Swords. Now, the Two of Cups, when you see the Two of Cups in a reading, the cup suit really talks about love and romance, and it's all about how it's not strictly about love and romance, it's more about your feelings and your emotions, and, you know, how you're feeling at the time. So this suit, the cup suit, is all about our emotions, and it's usually, a lot of the time, denotes our romantic feelings, but it doesn't have to always be about romance, as I've said. It can just be about feelings in general. But the Two of Cups, the standard way to think about the Two of Cups is that it denotes to a romantic relationship. So this card, when it turns up in a reading, can usually signify something like commitment in a relationship, you know, solidarity, real love, attraction to each other, and it's just a really nice card to get in. If I look down at the floor, I'm looking at my notes that I've made, and it can indicate friendships, romance, and all of that lovely stuff. And the Two of Cups is a really nice card because it just talks about unity between people, usually between two people, but it can be between groups, and, you know, just sets of people and more than two people. But in this case, I think that this, when I first drew this card, I thought this is going to be a really nice reading, and it is still kind of a nice reading, I suppose. But I think the Two of Cups, for a lot of you Aquarians, in the month of October, even going on from now, signifies some form of commitment in a relationship. So it can, you know, signify things like engagements, marriages, that type of thing. But then coupled with this Ten of Swords, it changed my mind. The Ten of Swords, when you get that in a reading, a lot of the time it signifies, if you look at the picture, it's got someone lying on the floor and they've got a load of daggers through their back. So it's literally being stabbed in the back, deception, having the wool pulled over your eyes. But on the other hand, it also signifies being enlightened about something. So it's the veil lifting. It's the cutting down of illusions. This, I believe, this card signifies now, for me, illusion. So for some of you Aquarians, I think in the month of October, you're going to have your illusions lifted. You're going to be under an illusion about something, whether that's a love relationship, whether that's a friendship, whether that's a work relationship, whatever it is that you thought was perfect. To my mind, in this reading, is not so perfect. Somebody or something or a situation is not honest. Someone, this signifies that you're being stabbed in the back. It signifies that there is a deception going on somewhere. And so for the month of October, I would say that for some of you Aquarians, you may have been deceived, or even before that, being deceived about something. Someone's pulling the wool over your eyes, or something's not come to light, but it will come to light according to these cards within October, okay? So what you see here in the Two of Cups, for example, and I usually give scenarios, hypothetical scenarios, just so I get the point across. For example, if you're in a love relationship with someone and you think everything's rosy in the garden and you're really committed, both of you in that relationship, or you think that your partner's committed, it could be that you find that it's all been an illusion, that your partner's been lying to you potentially, or that, you know, something that's going on in another area of your life, whether that's a family situation or a work situation, you'll find that potentially, for some of you Aquarians, that it's an illusion. This image of love and unity and solidarity and kindness and commitment is an illusion, and it's not true, because this card coupled with this signifies to me and my intuition that there is an illusion going on with this state of play here. The other cards that I came up with were the Five of Wands and the Chariot. Now the Five of Wands in traditional tarot readings, and I always go by the traditional thing, this is the Rider-Waite pack, and I think I love the imagery on this pack because it really does tell a story. If you look at this, there looks like there is a fight going on, a struggle going on between several people, and I think that coupled with those cards there, together with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords, it talks about an inner struggle within yourself, a battle going on. So it could be that if you discover that if you discover there's been some sort of deception going on, you're going to be struggling with yourself as to what to do about the situation. You're just not going to be sure what should you forgive, should you forget, should you go your separate ways. You know, there's going to be a real battle going on. This can also signify rivalry, this card. So it could be a case of there may be another person involved. So hypothetically, in a love relationship, if someone's been deceiving you, just hypothetically, I'm not saying this is the case, but this is just a hypothetical scenario, you understand. It could be if someone's been deceiving you, that they've got somebody else on the side, that there's a rival for your partner's affections. Or it simply could just be a battle within yourself as to what to do. But this signifies, this card, some form of battle going on, potentially with yourself. But this card can also signify wanting something that potentially isn't right for you. So that's something to think about. And the Chariot card also talks about being resilient, so using your willpower. This is another card that talks about conflicts in thoughts, not knowing what to do, choices, being unsure. The picture on the card shows a guy in a chariot. He's got two sphinxes that are moving the chariot, and he's kind of undecided as which way to go. And I think coupled with this, the battle that's going on within you, or maybe there's a rival involved, this card talks about that you're having potentially conflicting thoughts on the situation. On the one hand, you want out. on the other you don't know whether to stay and fight, you know. And you know, this card also talks about being resilient and just persevering. So it could be saying you need to persevere, you need to be resilient, not necessarily persevere with the person who stabbed you in the back, but persevere with your own strength and be resilient and make the right choices. And that also there are battles to overcome. So it could be the battle within yourself, you need to actually overcome that. You need to overcome it. Instead of surrendering to it and surrendering to the situation and just accepting it, you need to overcome it and be resilient in what you know is the right thing to do and the right direction to take. The other two cards that I pulled out were the Death card and Temperance. Now, the Death card, a lot of people, as I've said before, are very afraid of this card because they literally think it is actually a death that they're going to be experiencing. But it's more a death of the old way of being. So it signifies a death, but a death in what you were doing before. And it also signifies rebirth. So I think that there will be some endings for some of you Aquarians. And I think that ties in also with the Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords is also an endings card as well as talking about literally being stabbed in the back or having to deal with someone's deception or you know, an illusion, lifting the veil of something. It also talks about when you've lifted that veil, when you acknowledge that the wall's been pulled over your eyes, when you acknowledge that someone stabbed you in the back, then you've got to end it. So this also signifies putting the past to bed. The same with the Death card. The death of the old and in with the new. And the Temperance card really talks about being strong through a situation, a difficult situation. So it's really telling you that there is going to be peace restored, that you are going to get through it, you are going to be okay. And you will, you know, you'll learn to feel good again. And that a higher force is actually looking out for you. So you're not alone. You may feel alone with the Five of Wands. You may feel that you're struggling against the odds on your own. You may feel that there's a battle for your partner's love with a rival, potentially. That's a potential scenario for some of you Aquarians. But it's saying here that if you just trust in a higher power, trust that the universe is looking out for you, you actually are going to be okay through whatever situation this reading involves. And the final two cards I want to show you, let me just put down these in the correct way. The final two cards that I want to show you are the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups, which are really nice outcome cards. The Eight of Wands talks about fast moving action, fast moving events, things, new beginnings, freshness coming in, hope. So I think whatever it is that any Aquarians go through in the month of October pertaining to separation, loss, being stabbed in the back, the death, the ending of something in their lives, the ending of a certain way of life, I think that this card says that once you experience starting to feel good again, that once there is balance again within your life, once peace has been restored within your life, I think it also signifies that the universe is going to come in and it's going to give you situations and opportunities to build yourself up again. So there are going to be fast moving events happening, good things coming in, new beginnings for you. And coupled with the Three of Cups, which is a beautiful, beautiful card because it talks about celebrations, it talks about socialising, it talks about happy times, being around friends, enjoying yourself. I think what this card is saying for the month of October, Aquarians, is that you need to get out there. and you need to enjoy yourself. You're going to go through, with this reading, it's saying that even though there is some illusion going on somewhere, potentially, that there is some deception going on somewhere, potentially, that, yeah, you're going to have conflicting thoughts. You're still probably going to want to be with the person who's done it to you, whoever that person is in whatever context that takes. But I think it also says that there will be an ending to something that's caused you a lot of pain, and that when you do find your feet, the universe is going to come in and bring you all sorts of nice little goodies at a very fast rate. But you need to immerse yourself in it. You've got to be in it to win it. So you've got to take advantage of those opportunities, and you need to get out there, and you need to pull yourself up, and you need to try and get over it if you can, because you will experience happiness again. And this is a celebration card. 3 women celebrating something. So this is perhaps a celebration and a liberation from an experience that wasn't very good for you. And you're experiencing happiness here. So that's my reading for you Aquarians for the month of October 2014. And just to reiterate, the readings, and I'd just like to let you guys know that I am setting up a Facebook page. So when that's set up, I'll let you know, and you can hopefully come and join me on there. Also, the other thing to say is I'm going to be starting love readings. And I think it's, you know, it's really nice just to have a little bit of information. Most people want to know about their love life. So I've decided to start up some love readings on YouTube. And this will be for each sign of the zodiac. And it will be love readings from a period of October 2014 to January 2015. So I'll be doing these love readings every 3 months, covering that 3-month span. So that's the end of the reading, and have a really good day. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it, and I will speak to you guys soon.